Oh, hey, I'm sure you've all heard about that Amazon hack that's going around the internet. No, but it is a beautifully chilly morning out here at the River House. We're at 20 freedom degrees. Woo. River hasn't started to freeze. The Clark Fork has, because the Clark Fork is, well, it's coming hundreds of miles since the last dam, but the Flathead comes out of the dam at the lake, and so that water is always a little warmer in the winter and a little colder in the summer, and it has not yet started to freeze. Our plan today, I got the old beast here ready for some fuel. Gonna go crush some rock. I'll show you the rock slide and just do some gravel work. Basically, I'm just peeing in the wind because there's not a whole lot I can do at the house site from this point forward. It'll have to wait till spring. And Shay is over here working on his latest concoction, hollowing out a stump to make a planter. It's actually a really cool idea, and I look forward to seeing how that turns out. We are on the old camera. The new one is no longer new, and I do apologize for the little thing. That's not on your screen. You didn't sneeze or nothing. It's not you, it's me. But that's okay, because even the new camera had crap behind the lens, so this little bit of weld splatter it's not that big a deal.
I think I got the best I could out of it.
All right.
Because I'm trying not to ruin the high pieces of
So this is Shay's latest project here. We want to burn out this stump. It is a ponderosa pine stump, but it's diseased. That's these big trees here. It's diseased, which meant that it died real hard, probably from beetle infestation or fire damage 20-30 years ago. But because of all of the pitch inside of it, it basically will never rot.
There was a fire here, and that's the black on this one. It came through 40 years ago.
Yeah. 20 years ago. So we already started on this. Should have probably filmed it from the beginning, and getting it out of the hole was quite something. We had to get it, well, it doesn't matter. We got it from a long ways away. So what we did is I took a chainsaw and I plunge cut it. Don't plunge cut. I plunge cut it down in sort of a star pattern, and then I sprinkled a little bit of fuel and we put some wood in there. And then this coffee can, centered here on top, the idea was to focus the flames, and then we would wet down these surfaces here. Our goal is like a dugout canoe. We want to get it nice and deep. He would like to plant a tree in a tree. Tree-Ception. So that's what we're going to work on. I'm going to go ahead and help him out a bit by gouging out some more of this charcoal. Can you get your thing out of there? Then I'll tip the whole thing over, dump it out on the ground, and we'll start again.
Yeah, but don't fall for this. This has just been burned recently. It's just been burned a day ago.
Yep.
This has been burned 49 years ago, I think, or 20 years ago, so it's quite old. And here's all the firewood.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be meeting.
So we got our burning down in there. And you can see how the can helps direct the heat away from the edge, because we don't want to thin the walls up too much. And then his job as we go is just to feed small sticks into the center down in there.
Or a piece of wood.
And if the fire starts to creep up too high, he's got to spritz it with a little bit of water.
And guess what? You can see. If you bring the camera over, Dad, you can see the old grub holes in that.
It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
It'll look even neater with stuff growing out of the top.
And then its roots try to creep over the side.
How long we have to do this till we get a satisfactory hole inside, we don't know yet. So we tipped it over. Try to scrape out the ash that was falling down inside the chainsaw cuts. Don't plunge cut. You can see we're getting a little close over there, but we still need to do some bunch over here. So I'm going to try to dribble some fuel down in that crack in the hopes that we can get a little more burn over here. Maybe readjust our can, try to protect that back wall some more, though I'm not exactly sure how. Alright, as always, not everything's going perfect. I took off the terminals on the battery, cleaned them, wire brushed them, put the anti-corrosion on, and it still won't make decent contact. And in the attempt to tighten it, I started to crack an ear. I got it started, but I'm not entirely confident it will restart, which is a pain in the butt, because now it means I got to drop the outriggers to pin it in place when I'm loading it. I would much rather just shut it off in gear. So that's on the list of things to fix. That actually might sink us here. I don't know. I don't like it sitting here on a hill like this. So that might actually be the done deal for us. But we're gonna go ahead and see if I can get some of this rock. That's the rock slide. That is the old shower sheeting. It's already starting to slow down. It's not going to last super long, but it moved a crap ton of rock up off that first ledge. So the idea itself is sound, though I don't know what material to use. Sheet metal maybe. But it worked, and it'll still work. It's got a lot more life left in it. It's just, it's not in it for the long haul. And I am pre-warming the rock crusher just because I know trying to start it cold is going to be difficult. So that's what we're up to. Well, I don't know that we got a whole lot done today, but we got, oh, look at that. Don't be hating. But we got, you know, some stuff done. Bunch more gravel on the driveway. I got a couple other pallets started. I might have made a bit of a mistake in that I put on the local, you know, yard sale kind of page. It's like, hey, I got a bunch of rock. I don't know what it's worth. I don't do this for a living. But, you know, make an offer. But you know how those things work, you got to put a price tag in first, right? So typically with the make an offer, it's either 0 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just put in 0. Next thing you know, I'm being deluged by folks who not only want this free rock, but more than one of them was a little upset that I wouldn't deliver too. It's like, give me a frickin' break, people. So anyways, I got one couple and they're friends and they misunderstood, and I'm giving them whatever they need for their patio, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stockpile this crap, and even if it's not popular right now, it'll be popular someday. Probably. Problem is, I don't know what's good rock, what's bad rock, how many cracks, if any cracks, are acceptable, so on and so forth. This is the last place, the best we can tell, the mine was prospecting, but they didn't take it, right? So, remember, this place got in trouble for illegally mining about 40 acres of Forest Service ground and got caught by, I think, spotter planes. So it could have just been they got busted and they never got it finished. On the other hand, I suspect that it's just low quality stuff, but it's not no quality stuff. Anyways, wife came and we had hot dogs with the kiddo and burned out his stump, and it was a fantastic day. The slide is just about totally done, which means it almost lasted as long as it took to make it. Hey, good for me. But, yeah. It's still a beautiful day out here at the river house.